Mark, you know what we haven't done in a while?
Put out a good podcast.
We haven't done a giveaway.
We ain't done a giveaway in a while.
No. So for the month of September, I came up with an idea.
What do you got?
We've been putting cash in the urn.
Right.
We'll keep doing that.
All right.
I'll get a different urn. Let's give away the urn.
Full cash?
Not full of cash. Something even better.
Come on.
Kane's been in the studio.
Right.
So what I did was I had Kane sign the urn. Maybe I can convince you to sign it as well.
I think we can do that.
We're going to give it away to one lucky fan. All you have to do,
What do you got to do? Tell me.
go over to our Spotify, give us a follow, a 5-star review, and leave a comment. It can be any comment. We don't care. Undertaker's great. Brothers of Destruction, greatest tag team ever.
Right, right.
Matt sucks. Whatever. We don't care what you write in there. Just leave a comment, a 5-star review, and follow the Spotify page. That's all you have to do.
That's easy peasy.
Not a dollar needs to be spent.
Not a dime.
And you'll have a chance to win this urn signed by the Brothers of Destruction.
I need hats and small animals that are supposed to be big, like mini cows and mini goats. Dusty Rhodes, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Undertaker, R.I.P. Because it's your thing, get it? I like the depressing stuff.
I'm actually getting depressed right now. We survived. We survived the first time.
This
Pretty
whole
much
day,
unscathed, and there's just now we're just poking the bull.
we are.
The
But
bear? Do
bear.
you poke a bear or a bull?
Oh, it depends.
you can poke both if you,
You
want.
could actually poke
You
both.
had
It's not
someone
going to
you
be.
could have asked. You had someone you could have asked.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
I didn't. It's not pigs. We're not poking pigs.
That's a whole different thing.
That's a whole
That's a
different
whole
different
thing.
thing.
Oh, my goodness.
So Dennis, what have you been up to?
I am right now at the greatest point in my life in the last, say, 15 years. My house that I grew up in, that my grandparents built in 1958, is going through a $60,000 renovation. Windows, bathrooms, floor, painting the house, ripping the entire kitchen out, all new appliances, everything. Your boy became disabled. Yeah.
No, you've been disabled for a while. It's just a matter of actually making it official.
Yes. So got that going, and I got your boy over here is going to help me with something like this, but completely different. What if I did? What if I did, and like the very first thing I did was like exactly looked like this. I would have a Mac
what's
copy.
exciting
You would be
is-
failing just like us then.
Well, what's exciting is if you're going to be working here with Dalton, I mean, you're moving to Austin then,
No,
right?
I'm not.
He's got the guest house.
I have a free house.
Oh.
Well, what are you
He
gonna
would
do?
not let me in this house.
Wait.
You know what I've done to the other 4 houses he's had?
He's
Let's
left
see,
excrement
Atlanta
or
or
some kind of bodily
Nashville.
fluid.
Tierra Verde, the one up by the basketball guy's house, the castle ranch, whatever that was. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not coming close to my place
I
now.
love how you named the houses. The one beside the basketball guy, the
Yeah.
castle at the
What was
ranch.
his name?
I don't know what
I
you're
don't
talking
either.
about.
The one outside of Clearwater. Not Tierra Verde. You go all.
Oh, I
what
do
was
remember that
area?
guy's
You know, he
name.
sold it to Big Show.
Yeah.
He sold the house to Big Show. I love you, Big Show. He sold the house to Big Show. Him and family was there for years. Big Show moves in. Within 6 months, Big Show has to have the septic system completely drained. He filled it up in 6 months, and they had been there for years.
I've been there for years.
Yeah.
What was he eating?
He's a giant, and he has giant poops. I said poop.
Poops.
Poops.
You said poops.
I said poops.
What is the septic?
No, seriously, right?
It's serious. It
Seriously.
sounds ridiculous,
Yeah.
but it's true.
Yeah.
We have got to get Big Show
Oh,
on
yeah.
here.
That would be a good one.
'Cause, holy God.
Oh my God, I love the ones. There's nothing funnier than seeing someone that size kowtow to this guy. You know, like there that time, like right after the ministry, he pulled Show in with him, and just the he didn't get the dad looks, but he got the disappointed.
He
and
got
I think
plenty
he
of
got
dad
sent
looks.
down to Ohio Valley, didn't he?
Not because of me.
Well.
I tried to keep him from being sent anywhere.
Yeah. You did a great job.
If he'd have seen what I saw in himself, that
oh my God, amazing! But he wanted to do flippy dippies, you know.
Flippy
I do
dippies.
flippy dippies, man.
Are you a flippy dippy?
Sometimes I was a flippy.
A hippie dippy. You're a
Sometimes
hippie.
you get the flippy dippies. Yeah.
I am a hippie dippy.
All right. Well, since we talked to you last, what's going on, man?
Yes.
What are you
all
working
kinds
on?
of good stuff. I have gotten. Well, I was asked by a couple people to help them out on their returns ideas for stories. Mm-hmm. So I've been. I really kind of got this American Psycho thing working for Shotzi, who I love, and I see her as a roller derby. Remember how awesome roller derby was? Did you
loved
like
roller derby.
I loved roller derby. Does she not fit the roller derby thing? Although I've kind of went in an American Psycho thing where she's kind of been sitting at home and like see the video of her, and there's two TVs, and there's a TV in front of her, and she's watching the current women's stable wrestle, and then there's a TV next to her with just like the ending of Texas Chainsaw, where all you hear is chainsaw, and so she goes kind of insane a little bit, and then she is just obsessed with horror movies, which she already is. And then we kind of influence that, and we can even use certain famous tropes or scenes from horror movies as setups, like when the Wyatt Six, dusted through Gorilla and left everybody down. You can do smaller versions of that with her, tied to a chair made of human bones. Have her opponent, tied to a chair, and have her kind of like reciting crazy poetry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies
and gentlemen, that'll be
exactly are at this particular moment? Like, what are you on right now?
Okay. All right.
Just so I know how to conduct this interview.
Okay.
What's our list here?
Regrettably, everyone, there's no mushrooms. I mean, none then. The freaking ding-dong's like, dude, I brought liquid mushrooms. And I got here, and it was like the...
Magic Mind stuff.
Yeah, he was like, he didn't tell me. He just said, oh, it's like, and he was like 1, 2, 3, and I was like, yeah. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and by the time we had walked across the interstate to the Mexican restaurant, I was so focused. I was like, what the f is this?
That goes against your whole gimmick.
Yeah, I know, and I fell into the road, and. He made a boo-boo.
He fell off the curb.
And then because I just got paid, the cute little Mexican girls were there trying to, not that they were working me, because that was one thing, females at places could never work me. They were like, oh, we have this bottle of tequila that's very rare and very expensive and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, yeah?
It's called Jose Cuervo.
It's called Jose Cuervo. Not even silver or añejo or reposado, it was just silver. And I was like, oh yeah? And they pulled the bottle down, and the girls had us take a picture with the bottle with them. And because the girl, like in restaurants, if you sell a fancy wine or they get a cut, they get something.
Right.
So we didn't buy the bottle, granted, but we did get 2 shots.
So you didn't get worked at all?
No, not at all. $45 a shot of tequila.
That was $90 worth of shit.
$90 worth of tequila, yeah.
Wow. And when was this?
Yesterday.
Oh, well, this was yesterday.
This was yesterday after Matt dropped us off and made us walk across the interstate. We were like,
wait, this is before
buddy.
Or after Terry Black's?
Before.
Before Terry Black's.
We got here at like 1, yeah. And then we went to Terry Black's at like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were like, and the hotel, restaurant, and bar didn't open until 5. So then we went to the hotel, restaurant, bar next door. They didn't open until 4. And then we went to the hotel, restaurant, bar next to that, and it didn't open until 4. They're like, oh, there's a Mexican place.
Did at any point in this, like, did you think, well, maybe I have a problem?
No, I think you're going, like, maybe you want to go back to your room. I said, no, this is a challenge. You're telling me no? I'll figure it out. And we found it out. All we had to do was walk across a major interstate full of cars.
That's what 183? What or what 71? What do you?
It's right there by the airport.
Yeah,
I say
it was a big
like the
interstate,
Aloft and all those little bank of hotels that are right there.
Oh my gosh!
So we walked across.
Y'all walked up.
At one point, we stopped in the middle of the little walk across, and you look over the edge, and it's like maybe a 40, 50-foot drop to the road, to the interstate. And he looks at it, and he goes, That'd be the way. Look at that. And so I like lean over and look down, and there's just like, bzz, 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 bzz. I'm like, some reason I just got like a boner like you wouldn't believe. Is there something wrong with me with that?
You just say
and then I fell into off the edge.
You said boner.
And made a boo-boo, and we finally made it across, and there's like a Starbucks and a something else and this Mexican place, which was fantastic. And we ran into, apparently, Austin has the craziest, hottest homeless girl of all time. She was sitting on a like a ledge with a dog.
Holly,
like
homeless hottie.
Yeah, a homeless hottie.
Hottie.
In like workout gear and a dog, and she was just laying there. And I like
sure
walked
she's
right by
homeless?
the dog. I don't know. Everybody seemed to think so. Although, speaking of homeless, on our way over there, about 20 yards ahead of us is an older African-American gentleman in a wheelchair. And he is apparently trying to make the same, journey that we are across the thing. But
Which did not work out well for you.
Yes, didn't work out for like someone who's relatively. So he's pushing his wheelchair, like standing and pushing it, and he's up there in front of us. And then we see him like go down in the grass, and then we see him get up, and apparently he went down in the grass, took a dump, wiped his ass, and then got back on and started pushing the wheelchair.
We're done.
And started pushing the wheelchair. And it was like the dolls. And I was like, I want to party with that guy.
That crap was holding him back, evidently. It was interfering with his ability to walk.
$45 vodka or tequila shots for everyone. Come on, homeless girl.
He'd already been there. Come on, homeless girl.
Come on, homeless girl.
You want some
Bring your dog.
You want nachos? I can get you some nachos.
Come on, Snoop. Bring the green hat.
You want nachos?
Oh, how did you fall?
Okay, that's a funny story.
It usually is.
Yeah, okay, because
did Henry push you?
Yeah, that fall ties into another very famous fall story. Okay, so we're walking on the curb that they made of this thing, and on this side is an interstate with death, and on this side is like a grass, like but deep grass. So I'm trying to talk to Henry, and I step off of the ledge, and I go down in the grass. I mean, I didn't go like deep down in the grass, but I went down and like scraped my elbow, if anyone can see it right
in
there.
grass? You scraped your elbow?
No, back half of me was in the grass, front half of me was in the sidewalk.
All right.
And I was like, he's laughing his ass. You know his laugh.
As he should be.
And he's laughing. I'm like, just go ahead without me. Leave me.
Look, I wouldn't. I would have put the boots to you. Tell my story.
Tell my story. And then we got up, and he was like, "Oh my God," he was dying. And I said, "Dude, I've got a better one for you." Me and Jamie Noble, love little Jamie Noble. Jamie Noble's little. Jamie Noble makes you look like Kane. Okay, great guy, phenomenal wrestler. Me and Jamie are in Italy, and we're walking in the same situation on a sidewalk, and then there's grass on this side. So we're walking on the sidewalk after a show and after beverages and drinks, and we're walking on the sidewalk. And
Aren't beverages drinks?
Yeah, beverages and drinks.
Okay.
I'm walking, and I turn to say something to Jamie, and he's
I think that means
gone.
acid.
I mean, I don't mean like he tripped. I mean, he's nowhere in my sight.
Like aliens abducted him.
Yeah. And then I hear this West Virginia cussing coming from out of the grass. Okay, he steps off of the curb, and it was one of those it was like the beginning of a retention pond where the grass was like 8 foot tall. He stepped off of it and dropped completely into the grass, and he was stuck down there. And he's like, "Oh, David cut the bird, the goober bird." And I was like, "Holy, no one here to see this."
That was your West Virginia accent.
That was
right
my
there?
West Virginia accent.
Wow.
Or this: "Hi, my name's Mark Canterbury." That's another West Virginia accent. Yeah.
Wow.
That was a great story that I wish somebody was here, along with the greatest one that I wish somebody would have been around. Me and my one of my exes were in CBS.
There was two. Which one was it?
The most serious one, the one that I asked to marry me, and then she became a nurse, and I paid for it. And then the day she got the job at the hospital, She came home and broke up with me. So anyone listening, I have a big heart.
That's going to leave a mark.
It's going to leave a mark. So anyway, we're standing in CVS, being safe as we were, buying
Getting a test.
protection. No, buying protection for myself.
Oh, for the human race.
Yes, for the human race. For the human. That was good.
Yeah.
We were buying protection to keep this from spreading. And we're standing there, and I go to get the regular prophylactics that I would normally get. And she goes, I think you should get the Magnums because these are stretching and they sometimes will break.
Wait a minute.
And I stop and I look around. Yeah, I stop and I look around. She goes, what are you doing? I go, there's no way no one around here heard you say that. I was like, anyone please come over here.
Wait. She's trying to convince you to buy Magnums?
Yeah. I don't know if it was a joke or if she was serious.
You think it might have been a little bit of sarcasm?
The person that has spent the most time on the road with you is sitting right over there. And we're going to have to get some clarification on it.
He was like, dude.
Henry, are Magnums required for this?
He was like,
that's a hard no. His head no.
You know the fun size candy you give out at Halloween, like the mini Baby Ruths and shit? That was that.
You know how you ever seen them doctors that just do the finger?
Hey, I'm a chef. I have plenty of those. Yeah.
Why don't you just
use
one
cuts.
of those?
Yeah.
It's just like time to die.
Because I had one on my thumb and one on my pinky, and there was nowhere to go from there.
Oh Lordy, help me! Oh, we're done.
Yes. So yes, that. So I've been writing stuff, reading stuff.
You're in the
just
best
gonna jump
spot
on
of your life.
ever. Yeah. So reading stuff, writing stuff. I've really gotten into a lot of. We were talking last time about my fondness for Hemingway. I like the and poetry. I love poetry.
Did
but
we
my
talk about
poets.
Hemingway?
What? Hemingway. Remember we were talking about Hemingway where he said
he mentioned it.
Write sober or write drunk, edit
when you
sober.
were napping.
Yeah. Write sober or write drunk, edit sober. Charles Bukowski, a poet. Same time period, 70s. Massive drunks, massive drug addicts. Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah.
For some reason, I gravitate towards
he's an
these-
influence.
Yeah, to these people. Charles Bukowski, one of my favorites. I have one of his poetry books now, and I have some poems of his that I write down and everything. But the Hemingway thing,
If he wrote them, why do you need to write them down?
because my brain doesn't stick things in it. I saw a study on high intelligence babies, and and it said high intelligent babies cannot remember like stuff that you tell them right away or stuff that you tell them within an hour or two, but have complete total recall of stuff from days, months, years, and that's kind of like I'm a high intelligent baby. I just have a problem with remembering stuff right off the cuff, but. Hemingway, massive drunk, massive womanizer, massive, literary, just phenom. Ernest Hemingway is the Undertaker of writing.
No, wait, you just said he was a massive drinker, massive drunk, massive womanizer.
Yeah.
I'm none of those things.
No, but he was a phenom.
Huh?
Phenom.
Oh, I mean.
I'll go with that.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
we'll stop
you
with
just
the
can't
rest.
be calling everybody a phenom.
Nah. Was Sting a phenom? What was he? Icon?
He was an icon.
He wasn't an icon.
All right, brother. We ain't got to attack Sting.
I love Sting. He's one of my favorite opponents and everything.
is that a
But
disclaimer?
he's a WCW icon.
Okay.
You need to break through. You need to have Ole Anderson say, you're not going to draw any money. Get the hell out of here. And then you have the ability to call yourself a phenom or an icon or something if you do it somewhere else.
Mark,
Yes, sir.
our great sponsor here, Artisan Grange. We've talked about them for a while now. These guys got a little CBD pouch, 5 milligrams, great flavors.
Which flavor is this?
This is the wintergreen. So if you're trying to come off dip or anything like that, you gotta have to cut. These are brand new cans. Artisan Grange help you out. Ooh, look at you with your knife. I've seen you sitting over there with that today.
I thought I might need it.
Artisan Grange is a company started when a group of former tobacco dippers wanted a dip alternative that actually tasted like tobacco. So they decided to make one on one condition. It supports American farmers. No matter what your taste, hemp dip satisfies without tobacco, nicotine, or fake fillers. Each pouch contains 5 milligrams of full spectrum CBD from the hemp. The community of hemp dippers who have switched from tobacco and other alternatives is a proud group of dippers who have pride in dipping as a simple pleasure again. One you can do because you want to, not because you have to, and supporting the American tradition of farm quality. So, thank you, Artisan Grange, for sending us some of this product. You gotten in there yet?
I can't get in.
What is? Man. You can tell you're from the West Coast over here in Texas.
The West Coast. The Southwest Coast.
It smells good. It smells like a wintergreen.
Did you get one?
Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
That's pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, thank you, Artisan Grange, once again for supporting 6 Feet Under with Mark Calaway.
Thank you, Artisan Grange.
In my opinion, you can't just do it. But anyway, Ernest Hemingway, the Undertaker of writing, back in Spain. I mean, he was in so many wars. I mean, you have Old Man in the Sea. You know, just these. Him and Bukowski, they would get so hammered and so lit. They were absent back in the early. You know, with imagine this table. There's Hemingway. There's Charles Bukowski. Very famous poet, drunk and everything like that. And then there's Picasso, all in Spain and everything around this time. And they're just absenting like crazy and just writing all night long. And then they would wake up sober, throw 90% of it away, and, you know, 10% of it was still have, you know. Hemingway was in Spain with all of these guys, and these guys are like, oh my God, writing so hard, you know, how do you do it? He's like, you know, like I said, there's nothing to, Hemingway said, there's nothing to writing, just sit down at a typewriter and bleed. And I believe that. Just, it's like anything. If you just start doing it, if you don't know what you're gonna write, or you don't know what you're gonna say or think of or paint or whatever, if you just start doing things, you know, that's the first step. That's the hardest step. What's the hardest thing about going to the gym? Going to the gym. You know, the physical act of getting there. So they're all sitting around, all just hammered. And Hemingway's like, dude, you guys are freaking idiots. You know nothing. And they're like, oh, yeah, you think you're so hot and everything. And he goes, yeah. He goes, I can write a story with 6 words. They're like, you can write a poem. He's like, no, I can write a story that will tell you everything you need to know with 6 words. And they're like, okay, you do that, and we'll pay for your bar tab tonight. And back then, you know, that, you know, whatever it was, but it was a bottle of absinthe, a bottle of wine, a bottle of brandy. They drank weird back then. So Hemingway pops outside, stands out on the curb. Boom, 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 boom. 10 minutes, he comes back in. Looks dejected. He sits down. They're like, 6 words. You know, it's ridiculous that you even said that. There's no way. And Hemingway, like, you know, does that little, you know,
that look.
Yeah, the Undertaker
Hemingway.
The Hemingway. He pops up and he goes, for sale, baby shoes, never worn. Tells you everything you need to know about that situation, doesn't it? Think about it.
Baby shoes.
Baby shoes. He bought shoes in anticipation of someone's pregnancy.
They lost the baby.
They lost the baby. The baby shoes were never worn. And he's selling them now.
How much?
Doesn't matter.
I love a deal.
Right?
You guys can take literary gold and turn it into circus peanuts.
Penis?
Circus penis.
Okay.
That was a
That's
good
heavy.
opening to the
Do you
show.
get it?
Not really.
Did you get it?
20 minutes.
Yeah.
So Who's on your Mount Rushmore of writers?
Of writers?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you talking
Let's
poets?
just go poetry. Let's keep it easy.
Poetry. Well, I love Charles Bukowski. I love Franz Kafka. Nietzsche. Nietzsche is phenomenal. And then I'll throw. I'll go Sylvia Plath. Sylvia Plath was
she's on mine.
Yeah, of course she is. She's a female writer. Killed herself early 1900s. Very depressing. I like the depressing stuff. But
I can see that.
Yeah, they wrote. I mean, Franz Kafka
right now.
wrote one of the most, I think, sonnet or poetry or whatever you would call it of all times. It was. I don't want to. See, I brought my stuff because I don't want to.
You can't
mess
have
this
notes.
up. I can. You have your phone. I saw you reading your Blue Chew ads off of it. So
No, I read my texts off of it. I don't read ads.
All right. Friedrich Nietzsche was a German philosopher around World War II.
I didn't ask any of that.
Whatever.
I just want to know your. I wanted your Mount Rushmore.
Those are them. Kafka, Nietzsche, Bukowski, and Sylvia Plath.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
Nietzsche wrote, "I know of no better life purpose than to perish in attempting the great and impossible. The fact that something seems impossible should not be a reason not to pursue it. That is exactly what makes it worth pursuing. Where would the courage and greatness be in success if success was certain and there was no risk? The only true failure is in shrinking away from life's challenges." That can be said for wrestling.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
do you know what I mean?
100%.
Why would you have tried to become a wrestler? Why would you, why? How many wrestlers back in our day, how many employees WWE had full time? What do we have, 40 guys?
It's like 2.
Two. I mean, like, not over guys. Not you, Steve.
Oh, 1.
Yeah, 1. Yeah. But, that's it. If you don't attempt something that is ridiculous, like, dude, I'm here for the second time. Woohoo! Who would have called that?
Not me.
Not on our bingo card.
Not on anyone's bingo card.
Whew.
Happy Dad, thank you. Pineapple and the Monster new Ultra Ruby Red.
It's first form, I believe.
And there's makeup in here, and I didn't even wash it.
All right, we're going to move to Q&A session.
Wait. Holy Lord, have mercy.
All right, a little reset. Reset.
Okay, so you're remodeling the house.
Remodeling the house.
The things that we discussed, are you still?
Yes. Yeah, no.
That's kind of what I was trying to lead into.
I completely forgot he mentioned about this house.
Yeah. Have we just met? Yes. No. I've talked with Dalton, your guy, and I'm doing the entire kitchen over and everything. And I've already filmed some stuff with my phone, but very ghetto looking. And I have just come into some money. Ladies, how you doing? I will be able to purchase the stuff that I need to do what I need to do to be Chris Van Fleet, 6 feet. I'm sorry, 6 feet under, Chris Van Fleet, and then me.
You should
or I'll be just sending shit to you. You're the only one that will watch it. Well, you'll say you'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll tell you I'll watch it.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was great.
I would just
Dude,
take,
with that possum? I don't know what happened.
I would just take the money and invest in real estate.
Tell him your idea, what you want to do.
Trailer parks. Oh, I'd love to have.
There's no better life purpose than attempting the impossible.
Buying a trailer park, being a slumlord. That's all I want.
Well, as a person who was born in a hospital and then driven to a trailer park, I can tell you they're good. But if
I was born in
gonna
a
do
trailer
that,
park and driven to a hospital.
there you go.
There you go.
You know what I think would be great is drive-ins, especially during the pandemic. And that's where I got the idea. I actually told him, I'm like, drive-in. Dude, you remember how cool drive-ins were when we were kids? When we were kids? I don't remember if you remember, but
What?
drive-ins,
Drive-in theater.
movie theaters.
Yes.
Yeah. It was awesome, right? You would throw your dudes in the back of the trunk and go there and get your Wild Irish Rose or your Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Were you a fancy? You had money. What were you, Steel Reserve?
No, dude, I could actually afford to buy tickets and
Look at me. My parents don't live in a trailer.
Go to the theater and watch it like normal people.
Trailers. Drive-ins were so much cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could get out. And if the movie sucked, you could go and
walk around, watch
visit
people.
a friend.
Like, watch people have, have relations.
Have relations.
Yeah.
Give them notes. Tell them if they were in the CVS, did you hear my ex say that I needed Magnums?
Yeah.
I do feel like it was like the Triple X drive-in theaters. You know,
that's disgusting.
Those are a little weird.
No, yeah. Dude, you need to sit in a chair surrounded by men. If you're gonna do that,
we're gonna watch a Triple X movie.
We learned anything from Pee Wee
in a theater.
We learned anything from Pee Wee Herman. Sit next to a man. And they wonder why they'll either be off the air or I'll be back in 2 more weeks.
No, I don't think so.
So yeah, we went to Terry Black's last night. That was good. Yeah,
it was. I ate more food than I've eaten in the last 6 months.
Do you remember being there?
Me?
Yeah,
I remember being there. Bits are fuzzy, but welcome to my world. Yeah. Everybody was brisket this, and they had a beef rib. Oh, so good.
So good.
Beef rib, jalapeno cheddar sausage, banana pudding.
It was all really, really good, though,
Pinto
right?
beans.
It was all really, really good.
It was all very.
It was all really good.
Phenomenal, dude.
Thank you.
It was so good.
How good was it?
It was so good. It was the best beef rib that I've ever had, no doubt. Sorry when lies hit me. Seriously, I was cutting off pieces of the beef rib and saucing it with their barbecue sauce. The mustard sauce was phenomenal. And giving it to him, he was like, this is the best thing I've ever eaten. I have not been to Franklin's. I want to go to Franklin's. I can order a brisket from Franklin's, but it's $300 freaking. I can now.
Dude, it's going to be okay. Let's leave the money alone. Just let it sit there.
I have to buy something.
No, you don't have to.
I need hats and small animals that are supposed to be big, like mini cows and mini goats. You raise an animal that's supposed to be a normal size and make it a mini size.
You want
sale?
You want mini? You want miniature animals?
I do. I want to have a petting zoo with all mini animals. This is the mini cows. This is the mini goats. This is the mini horses.
Hats? Is that what you said?
No, the hats are for me. I'm just gonna buy hats because what a waste of money. This guy, he doesn't know how to waste money. Look at me. I got a family.
Look at me being responsible about 401k.
Look at me. I want to invest in real estate. $45 shot of tequila. First thing I bought.
Booyah.
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 Nobody tells the story of those monthly rent payments, do they?
They do not.
Boring.
Boring. Oh, what? Your electric bills too?
Roth IRA.
Great.
You know who sucks? Dave Ramsey. Oh my God, what a boring guy.
Who's that?
Yeah, of course.
Is that it? Yeah.
You don't know who Dave Ramsey
Do you know who Sylvia Plath is?
She's a poet.
Good job. You're like one of those guys who takes pieces of information and puts it together.
Yeah.
What's that called?
A Democrat.
Human? A Democrat. Very funny.
Oh.
Dude, that flag is going to look so good with Kamala.
Okay, we're going off the rails here. No politics.
No rails. We can't talk about that anymore.
We could talk about that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So me and him and Sid are in a hotel room.
Well, no, we can't talk about that.
I'm sorry. That was a different story. Sorry about that.
He just, all right.
Yeah.
Sid. He just passed
Dalton,
away.
is it as good as the last time? Are we haven't doubled anything over, right? The worst thing we can do is rehash the same thing.
I think we're
I have this
safe.
program with Dusty's blood on it, right?
I think we're safe so far.
Okay.
So the Dusty program, we posted a picture of that. He sent me a picture of it.
That was
I did
cool,
see it.
wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And man, the fans absolutely loved that.
Yeah.
You also sent me a picture of, you've got a magazine signed by
Magazine,
a ton of
WrestleMania 13. My brother came with me. Every single, I would say every WWE star at the time signed the WWE or the WrestleMania magazine that I have. Everybody. It's like Vader.
Did you go?
I was wrestling.
Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad.
We were on the free for all with the Body Donnas.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Mr. Diesel and Undertaker.
Was that 13?
It was because
No,
you got mad.
I thought I wrestled Sid
Was it?
at 13 in Chicago.
It might have been. It was the one where you got mad at Brett because he didn't want to have Kevin no sell and pull through the thing. Remember?
He didn't want to have him beat. He didn't want to take the finish.
And you were like, "MF, it's not about you." It was that one. Was that 13 or 14?
Was that a Mania?
I think it was a Mania. It was the Mania coming up to it because it was going to be that Mania. I thought it was Sean and Brett in the Iron Man and you and Kevin in the thing. And then
that
we
was
did
a
the
Mania.
yeah.
That was in L.A. I don't remember which Mania. If that was 12, 13, or 14. No, 14 was in Boston.
13 was our first one. I remember that.
And where was it? Anaheim.
L.A.
Okay,
yeah,
I guess you're right. You're right. That would have been
because we got
Kevin.
those hockey jerseys with WrestleMania 13 on them. And I got a medium, and Earl got a double X. So so mine says Earl Hebner, and his says P.I.G.
P.I.G. is the place to be. What's the I stand for?
There has never been an explanation or a given answer for it.
Let's come up with something.
Several people have. Road Dogg said Ignatius.
Ignatius, that's what I was thinking.
Ignatius.
Yeah,
that
kind of
with
works with the hillbilly gimmick. Intelligent.
Anybody intelligent in the room? Ignatius.
Ignatius.
Is it
I mean, Henry Orpheus, Phineas Ignatius. Does that not fit?
No.
It's
Ignatius.
And Hillbilly Jim.
What would you? What if you had to pick the name for the I? What would it be?
Phineas. God, I don't know. Phineas. It had to be Ignatius. Or Ichabod. It's got to be something creepy and gothic, horror-ish. You know. Although we were happy at
You were
first.
a hillbilly pig farmer.
I know.
There are not a lot of goth hillbilly pig farmers.
It was when we turned with the Road Warriors.
What?
Yeah, when we turned bad and started the feud with the Road Warriors, and we were evil pig farmers. You remember when we were evil pig farmers?
I don't remember goth though.
Yeah, well, it wasn't goth. It was just gothic.
Yeah, leather overalls.
No, gothic, meaning like you know that
leather.
Yeah. Do you remember? No, that
Full-size
was
chaps.
that was what was those dudes with the black girl that was their manager? They were dressed in chaps and everything.
Didn't narrow it down.
The Bashams.
The Bashams.
The Bashams. They had the SNA gimmick. And they had the big, tall black girl who would like whip them in promos and stuff.
Who was
God,
that?
what did we do in the 90s?
What? Who
Can
is
you
that?
imagine
I don't
trying
remember
to get away
a lot
with
of
this stuff?
drugs,
You don't remember
apparently.
them? They were twins.
I remember the Bashams. I don't remember them having a manager.
Yeah, she was like 6 foot tall, jacked. It might have been Jade Cargill from 20 years ago. Just kidding. I love you guys. I want Hunter to hire me.
Mark, you like to work out?
Yeah, I love to work out.
Yeah. So, you know, a lot of times when you work out, one of the probably the scariest things you could do is potentially rip all the skin off of your finger.
Yeah.
From your wedding ring. So.
Yes, I've done that, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Getting it caught or getting the weight, yes.
Oh, yeah, that happens. Mm-hmm. So that's why we've teamed up with QALO. Get them wedding rings. You want to go to the gym and still be fully committed to your significant other?
Yes, sir.
Because, I mean, I walk in the gym just like this.
Like, hey. I mean, yeah.
That's essentially what I'm doing.
Yeah. I mean, my gym's at my house, but I'm still.
And you still got to do it there.
I still got to do it there.
My God. Well, QALO, they want to ask you this. Are you an active person who loves to stay on the move but still wants to show your commitment? I know I am. Then you need a QALO silicone ring. QALO rings are designed for those who live life to the fullest. Whether you're hitting the gym, hiking up mountains, or just need a comfortable alternative to traditional metal rings. Made from the high-quality, durable silicone, QALO rings are not only stylish but also safe and comfortable to wear in any activity.
Absolutely.
Show your commitment without compromising on comfort. Our wives like that part. Yep. that commitment. Check out QALO Rings today and embrace your adventure with confidence. We're going to hook people up too. Click on the link in the description and use our code Undertaker25.
That's it, baby. That's the year of the Undertaker.
The year of the Undertaker. Undertaker25. QALO, thank you so much for supporting 6 Feet Under with Mark Calaway.
We greatly appreciate it.
I have a lot of things in mind for you guys. Chapter 7.
I resurrect the company.
Resurrect the company.
Mideon has resurrected the WWE.
First thing we do, we
And
take
it starts with Jim Cornette. Just kidding, it doesn't. I love Jim Cornette, though.
take the belt off of Cody.
Yeah. Take the belt off Cody, give it to Spike Dudley. And then we put Spike on a bus and have him travel around America. The Spike Express.
The Spike Express.
Spike Express.
He took absolutely one of the nastiest bumps I've ever given anybody.
I just watched Interview Maven did an interview with him where they went over their bumps. And he said it knocked the wind out of him, but it wasn't that bad. He said he had the hardest time talking you into getting him to do that because he would come up with something and everybody would be like, yeah, or like remember when the Quebecers did that power bomb and just like bounced his head off. Oh man, yeah, he had Mark. He wanted Mark. It was in a rumble or chokeslam him, pick him up and hold him because Spike was little, and walk over to the rope
and throw him,
chokeslam him from the inside of the ring to the floor.
I saw that too. I think I saw that on Maven's.
It was brutal.
And you didn't want to. You didn't want to do that.
No, I don't want to do that. I understand why. I mean, some of it's some people's niche. That's what they do. But that's just not.
I don't want to hurt you.
I don't want to hurt you. I don't.
You haven't done nothing to me.
Yeah, I could press slam you and make you land on your feet, and it'll still. Yeah, but that was nasty.
Oh yeah, you could have done that and then just dropped him, and he could have feet and rolled. Yeah.
But
no, so much better on the back. He said it knocked every bit of wind out of him.
I can imagine.
I would imagine. Yeah.
You know, for you not to like a lot of that gimmicky stuff of like the light, taking light bulbs and hitting people and all that stuff. When with Mick with the tax and all that stuff, was that something that you were like, I don't think we need to do this?
No, that's cool. Light bulbs are stupid.
The tax worked with Mick.
Yeah,
because Mick's whole deal was like
how much pain can I take?
How much pain can he could take? He could take more pain than you can dish out, right? That's kind of always the way I looked at his character, and he was willing to take 80% punishment just to dish out 20%. I mean, that's just kind of the way I always looked at that character. So obviously with him, he would try anything, even if he had to eat some tax himself. At least he'd get tax in me.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot of stuff now that's so gratuitous and like
unusual. I saw him chokeslam Moxley on a friggin' plywood board that they had a line of forks glued onto.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody to each his own. I guess.
I just never, when I would watch those matches like that, I didn't get into those matches. I was just like, this isn't what I want to see.
I used to get into Abdullah bringing out a fork.
Original Sheik, Abdullah, Brody.
Yeah, those kind of things. We use the foreign object.
Yeah.
Right. A directive come down once that we couldn't use the word foreign object because it was offensive.
Okay.
It was international. It had become an international object.
Oh, I
kid you not.
remember that.
I kid you not.
Yes, I do
That's
remember that.
That's a true story.
An
You couldn't
international
use foreign
object.
object because it was offensive.
Yeah, it was supposed to be called the international object from now on. I do remember that.
But yeah,
it was quay.
Yeah, I just didn't. I understood why. It's what brought a lot of those guys to the table, like Spike. That's what he was, a little guy.
Nick Cage would never do it. Mick is one of the ones who could transition from that to that. I mean, one of his greatest heel runs he had in ECW was when he turned completely against hardcore, and all the fans were there, and he saw a sign that said "Die Dewey Die," and he talked to the guy, and he was like, "Hey, I want to use this and everything," and then he changed his character, and he would go out there and he would headlock, take over, and have a regular wrestling match. He got so much heat for having a regular wrestling match that he became the top, heel in the company.
It's genius.
Genius. But they don't get that. I mean, Nick Cage, the Briscoe brothers, great guys. I mean, and the Briscoes, I think, were really good workers, but you rely on light bulbs and cactuses and that. And especially, and like Moxie at this point in his career doesn't need to do that, but he still does it,
Yeah, there's more so, even though you will consider that a big company, but I mean, I get stuff on my feed from people getting bashed with like there'll be 8 fluorescent bulbs on a thing, in front of 10 or 15 people.
I love those shots where you see like in a ballroom of a freaking hotel.
And they're doing all this over the top stuff that they can't be understand that what the business is more than about money, but there has to be something
story-wise. There has to be a payoff.
Yeah. Well, you don't know. But I don't know what the story is. All I'm looking at
there's no story.
All I'm seeing is there's not enough people in that audience to generate enough money
ballroom
to get me to take something that ridiculous.
Yeah. New Jack.
If I'm on if I'm
yeah.
on the WWE payroll, they're going to make it worth my while. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
But and I guess their mindset's probably, well, if somebody sees this, then I'm going to see it and I'm going to go, no.
Yeah,
I don't.
They think, oh, Vince is going to see this and be like, oh my God, that guy threw himself off of a roof through a truck into this, and he's going to be like, I want this guy who looks like 150 pounds with sweatpants on,
But if you look at WWE, that's not what the product is. So why wouldn't you try to mimic what the WWE's product is?
I filmed an episode of Viva La Bam where they brought these 2 wrestlers in to wrestle Bam's dad and uncle. And they wanted to do, and they were talking to me all the time about, oh, what do we got to do to get, if I take this big bump, I take this big bump, blah, blah, blah. I said, whatever they want you to do, just do it. I said, I'll be honest with you, nobody of any importance other than me is going to see this. So just do what you're going to do and be, just be, don't be a pain in the ass.
Mark, we got a new sponsor, bud.
We got a new one?
We got a new one. And you've had this before already.
This is good, man. Give me one of those.
So that's Magic Spoon. All right. I've had this once before. When we got them as a sponsor, I started reading a little bit more about them. And I'm really excited for them to be a sponsor to a point where I'm going to pop this open.
You're going to open it up now?
And I'm going to try a little bit of it.
Check it out. 0 sugars, 4 grams net carbs, and 13 grams of protein in a cereal.
That's pretty dang good.
I'm not going to open mine. Let me have some of this one.
You take that one home tonight and eat some cereal with the kids.
That's really good, man.
Oh, yeah. It tastes really good. Good flavor. So let me tell you a little bit about Magic Spoon.
Give me a little bit more, because this is really good.
Okay. As a kid, we loved eating cereal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as an adult, I don't want all that sugar. And most cereals don't give me the protein I need. Then recently, we hooked up with Magic Spoon, a nostalgically delicious cereal that tastes just like our childhood favorites, but without the sugar and with all of the protein. Macros. Every serving of Magic Spoon has 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, 4 grams of net carbs, so you can feel good about eating cereal again. The flavor options. We're sitting here eating the fruity one right now.
Yep.
You've got cocoa. Flavor options. They also have 10 flavors that all taste just like the cereal you loved as a kid. Their most popular are fruity, cocoa. They have a frosted. By the way, you have a peanut butter. Why we didn't get peanut butter, I don't know. But
we'd ate the whole box.
Oh, dude, the peanut. No, yeah, that's kryptonite for me. But there are so many more, like blueberry muffin, cinnamon roll. They got a birthday cake. They got a honey nut and a maple waffle. Magic Spoon makes it so easy for us to get more protein when you're too busy or tired to cook Come home, pour you a bowl of cereal.
Breakfast for dinner.
We're giving these folks a deal too. You can get $5 off your next order of delicious cereal at magicspoon.com/6feet. Or look for Magic Spoon in your nearest grocery store. That's magicspoon.com/6feet for $5 off. Magic Spoon. Hold on to the dream.
I like that. That's a nice little catchphrase.
Yeah.
Do what they want you to do. That's the most important thing you can do here is not rock a boat. You know?
Yeah.
But as far as violence and everything go, let me go back to this. Let me ask you this in the Mick category. Your Hell in a Cell with Mick or Rock's I Quit chair match, what do you think was more unnecessary, dangerous, blah, 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 other than the falling through the cage?
Which was an accident.
Scary.
So that
Yes.
wasn't supposed to happen. So, I mean, I would have to think.
Rocky went way overboard, too.
Well, I don't think it was just Rock.
Cactus didn't stay down. I've told everybody that. Do you agree?
I think you get to a point where obviously Mick is trying to protect Mick's character and put Rock over. But it was gratuitous.
It was brutal with his family in the front row.
Yeah, it was really gratuitous. But I mean, how I can't.
This gimmick.
I can't say what they did was wrong or what was right. I mean, I've done things that
did phenomenal for Rock. Made Rock a great heel. Yeah, you've done. You hung the boss man. You tied people up.
I've done some things, man.
You've done some things.
Sacrificed.
It's like them old Vietnam guys. I seen some things, man. And some shit.
I got that 1,000-yard stare.
That 1,000-yard stare.
You've seen some things. You've done some things. I just don't understand that though. I just don't understand, like, if I'm wrestling in this ballroom of this hotel and I'm trying to just get seen, I guess you think, okay, I've got to do the most extreme over the top thing. Maybe that's going to get me seen. Maybe that's going to get me on in a video that goes viral that maybe somebody in the office sees it. But I mean, I flip over to Raw. I'm seeing this 15,000 person arena on a Monday sold out, and I don't see any fluorescent light bulbs being taken over somebody's back. And you know,
it's weird. You go from that little ballroom to AEW, where they're kind of doing that, to the NFL or the Pinnacle, you know, and none of that's being done. It's a story. They forget that the most important thing. Freaking stories, dude. Tell a story. I want to know why you're mad at each other. I want to know who the good guy is, who the bad guy is. I want to see the good guy beating the bad guy up, and then the good guy having to overcome that by cheating, and then wearing the good guy out until the fans come alive, and the good guy finally makes it back and beats the bad guy. It's the simplest story in the friggin' world. No one tells it. I don't want to see Canadian Destroyer 9 times. I don't want to see freaking, light bulbs and that. Am I wrong to a point?
No. You go ahead. No,
yeah.
You go.
You go, boy. Yeah, it is the simplest thing in the world. Tell a friggin' story.
What's your favorite story right now?
Down and Live, dude. They're phenomenal.
You knew it was going to be Live.
You knew it was going to be Live.
I'm a Live guy, too.
I am a Live for life, but, dude, I mean, I saw you guys just talking about it. Dominic doesn't have to do anything. He comes out there and they go crazy. The friggin' mullet and the mustache.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's not jacked, you know what I mean? He's perfect. You know, the bloodline, I'm sorry, I love you, Haku, in that. One of them needs to learn a little bit more.
He's not dead. Haku's not dead.
I know. But
I don't know. You were a prayer.
Yeah, I know. In case he was up there, you never know with him.
I think all of Haku's kids are amazing, and they're good.
Well, he has kids that are amazing. Yes, you're absolutely right. He has kids that are amazing. Been one of my favorite wrestlers for the last few years and getting the opportunity, Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
A monster. I have never seen anyone since maybe Brock Lesnar, but that's different because he was so much bigger and the wrestling in UFC. But I've never seen anyone better come in and immediately strike fear into people, fans, other people. He's a great again, the Samoans, you know, they can't do wrong.
Yeah, they come out of the womb bumping.
They come out of the womb bumping.
But I also think right now it's a testament to how good Roman Reigns truly is, to where he leaves.
Walks away.
He built this bloodline to what it is today, him and Paul Heyman.
It's a soap opera.
And I think Paul Heyman has done some of his best work since WrestleMania of being able to work with the guys that are there with the bloodline.
And looking scared.
Yes.
Looking
he looks miserable. He looks
terrible.
like he absolutely hates his job right now. He hates the people that he's around. He's wanting Roman to come back.
He would stay up for overnight when they beat him and put him through the table.
Did you hear about that? Where he stayed awake for like 36 hours so he could look.
His eyes and everything. When he said, "You're not my tribal chief," to Solo, and then they put him through the thing, he stayed up and his eyes were a mess, and
he just
I was like,
exhausted.
"Brother, call me. I got a better way to do
You got
that."
a much better way.
A
lot quicker,
you
too.
Sleep tight.
You got a pill that you can
You
take.
get your 12 hours in and still look like
Fine,
hell.
Polly.
But what a testament to him, you know, to stay awake for 36 hours
That is
just to have that look.
That's the loyalty, or the what's the word I'm looking for? That's what it takes to be great. You know what I mean?
How long-
Cactus falling through a thing. Him doing that. And Paul doing that.
How long before the fans turn on Cody and beg for Roman to get the belt again?
Do you watch The Boys?
No,
Do you know what The Boys are?
the television show.
It's a television show with superheroes, and the superheroes are like, but they're normal people. So the superheroes are like bad people, but they have superpowers.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and they're the main guy is a Superman type guy named Homelander, and
They compared Cody Rhodes to him.
Could be just I mean, they kind of were the same thing, but it was never intended that way. Cody never did. You know, they have kind of the same gear, and I think the Cody turn is going to be phenomenal. I would give it another year. We need to build another Roman. Roman's on his way out. We need to build another big guy.
Roman's on his way out.
Well, no, I mean he's done what he's done. He doesn't need to be
I think
there.
Roman's got plenty of run left in
but
him.
he doesn't need to be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
No,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So we need another guy. We need
He's several, but
yeah, they need several.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Seth. Seth's a great. You can put Seth out there with anyone, you're going to have a phenomenal match. KO is great, and KO is one of the most believable guys. But you need to come up with. You need to make one. Gunther, I think, can be that guy. I think a Gunther, work it to WrestleMania. Gunther and Cody, and have Gunther beat Cody, and then have Cody turn and say, "You guys never gave a about me. You just cared about my dad and the story and whatever you wanted to put on me. I'm here because your life sucked and you're miserable, so you were living vicariously through me." Well, where were you when Dashing Cody Rhodes was here? Where were you when I was painting my stupid face of Stardust? None of you were there. I was there by myself. And you know what? And now you want to cheer for Gunther because screw that. I'm done with all of you. I'm done with all of you. And then he goes super Rick Rude, kind of, maybe not Rick Rude, but Flair, but Arn. Just go super hard, Jake, without the poetry, if you will. But that's what I would do with Cody. But give it another year.
no.
Or at least till Mania.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, he hadn't. I don't think he's peaked yet.
He's doing great with the baby face. I mean, he sent the ring to the kids.
It's inevitable,
in Africa.
though. I think it's inevitable eventually that they'll turn on him.
Do you
Who do we
think?
have?
Do you think Gunther can draw like Roman does though?
With the right story and the right stuff around him, he needs a manager. Not Paulie, but he needs a manager.
You don't think he needs a manager?
I don't
You
think
don't think he needs a manager? He doesn't need to talk.
No, he can talk.
Yeah.
He can talk.
Oh, he's good on the mic, I think.
Yeah.
He's
good.
very he's very arrogant and very carries himself in such a manner that you want to slap him because he's so confident and so arrogant. I think
Yeah, that you want to slap him, but you won't because he is that good and
that's
tough and all that. Yeah.
I mean, that's something
Look
he's
at
going to
us.
have to add
Fantasy
to his
booking, ladies and gentlemen.
That's something he's going to have to add to his repertoire is a little bit of chicken
Yeah.
into his.
Because
into his
you think
healing.
he's the guy that can sell out Jerry's World at AT&T for
with
a
the right
WrestleMania.
person? Yeah.
Yes, there's never been any money in a babyface holding the belt. The money always comes from the babyface chasing the belt.
Yeah.
Dusty Rhodes, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Undertaker, R.I.P. Because it's your thing, get it? What are you laughing at over there? Hair Club for Men?
That's not very nice.
I know.
You know, we're going to bring him over in a little bit.
I know.
He is.
I'm just trying to fill time. I am terrible at making small talk. I don't know if you knew that.
Well, you
or
hadn't
not.
shut up in
Or
45
silence.
straight minutes.
Terrible at silence
Yeah.
or making small
Dude, you
talk.
dragged me out of my house. All I got is me and the cat. You should hear tell her.
She
The
probably
other day,
needed
she
a
locked
break.
me in the closet for like a half hour.
I don't doubt it.
FaceTimed with Amy yesterday with this guy.
Yeah.
I don't understand my wife.
Amy loves me
true
so
crime.
much. Amy loves me. I'm Amy's
This is her
favorite,
favorite
person,
person.
ever.
You should be worried.
Very worried. I ask her all the time, how?
Chicks dig me, dude.
She's like,
Animals dig me. Babies dig me.
you know,
Obviously, if anyone had the reason and opportunity to beat the shit out of me and never talk to me again, it would be Mr. 2 times in a month guy over here. I don't think I'm from this world.
oh, you're
think?
not.
Yeah.
Really?
I kind of got that Peter Pan thing, you know what I mean?
You're the reason why I believe in
that
aliens.
whole, yeah, it's that whole, what Peter Pan say, in between awake and asleep where you still remember your dreams. That's where I live. That's where I live, buddy.
Somewhere in between.
If we can just find a girl that can deal with that. I've been told I'm a bit much.
No, really.
A handful, maybe.
Yeah. Remember the Magnum story?
See how you did that? Hey, Matt,
should we bring you
before we do you have any, what, you got
You want to go into
questions?
some questions?
Let's
and
go
then
do
we'll
a
bring
few
on the
questions
tag team
before
partner.
we
Go
upgrade.
ahead.
Okay. So
Wow. These are cool.
hang out around for a minute. We're going to do a little Q&A, but
Okay.
I just want to say thank you to our sponsors. DraftKings, thank you so much. First Phorm, Happy Dad, Artisan Grange, QALO.
Blue Chew.
What are they?
Steroids for your wiener.
That's right, Blue Chew.
That might be the best advertisement that company will ever get. You cannot get better than that.
Just saying, brother.
I mean, he's
saying,
the
dude.
man
That's
for
why.
it.
That's why I make the medium bucks.
We make small,
That's why,
we make the
that's
small
why I'm
bucks.
in the algorithm, brother. I am the algorithm.
We appreciate all of our sponsors, and we're going to go into our Q&A session. And if you want to get more and be able to submit a question or listen to the Q&A, all you got to do is go over to our Patreon channel, sign up for Patreon 6 Feet Under.
How
with
many
Mark
people are we
Calaway.
at now? What are we at?
3.
3 people.
3 people. So we're trying
If
to
you
get to 5.
believe in us, we can make it to 5.
So if you are a member already, stick around. We're about to head into the Q&A session. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.